Is this safe to drive around and through and under? If I wake up in a few days with two heads, I know what's to blame. Price per gallon in this neck of the woods, $2.65 a gallon. Welcome everyone, Adam TheDailyWoo here. That might not be the best example for a station though, because it was full service. They come out, pump your gas at an influctuated rate. I thought it was self-serve when I pulled up, but the guy assured me, no, I got this, man. I got this. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's TheDailyWoo. Currently heading upward through the state of Pennsylvania, northbound. The skies have opened up, and it's now starting to rain. Just a little bit, a light mist. Nothing, well, now that I say that, it's coming down a little harder. Here in the town of Perryopolis, they have a Dairy Queen. That is not uncommon for small communities. However, this one is an old school one. Look at that neon vintage sign up there. Heck yeah, that's awesome. This feed store is no longer in business. Agway, farm, home, and garden. But it's a pretty impressive looking structure. And look at the mural painted on the front bricks. Pretty cool. The downtown area is very quaint. It's not a town square, it's a town circle. Check out that drugstore. And right in the middle there, the American flag. I like this little area. But about a mile outside town is a home that is very horrifying. And to get there, you have to cross over this very narrow, oh my gosh. Holy cow, what is happening right now? This is moderately terrifying. I don't know if anything will top the experience of driving a heavy RV over a rickety bridge. Wait a second. Mail truck? Package delivery for Buffalo Bill here in the village of Layton. These triple train tracks look awfully familiar. That's because the character is home, where unspeakable things from Silence of the Lambs happened in the basement. The house is right there. In fact, it is absolutely incredible to me that past the newer RV is the old, decrepit RV, more than 20 years old, screen used in the film. If you watch that clip of the reveal of the exteriors, it starts in this position. The camera shifts with some very ominous music. You see this brick barn and then the ultimate horror house. Shunka gong gong, gong 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 gong. Hello, Carice. This is blowing my mind. Look at that, it's still here. It's still here, that bus RV-ish looking thing. Wow. And who knew, on the same property, right next to Buffalo Bill's home, was a train. There's a train, you don't see that. You don't see that in the Jodie Foster clips. But right in there. Goodness gracious. It's a pretty scary film. Wow. I am fairly confident the location scout picked this spot because of the triple train tracks. And the owners of this home, who lived there for many years, recently sold it about a year ago. And the person who now owns it, they will not come out and say who it is, but it is an ultimate horror fan. I wonder who now owns the house, bought it specifically because it was used in that movie. I'm curious, I wonder who it could possibly be. Pretty incredible though. That's the driveway where she would have parked her car. This is the side angle. If for some crazy reason a larger than normal moth were to fly into my window right now and perch itself right there on the ledge, I'd probably soil myself. That's the basement. Right down there, there's a window to the basement. Oh my goodness. Unspeakable doings happened down in those nether regions. And it is seriously tucked away back in here. You have to go over that crazy bridge to even get to it. They call it a village, and I understand why, because it's easier to walk around there than it is to drive. There's a little church, a couple businesses, but the roads are so narrow, I couldn't even get the RV back into it. I cannot get over this. I don't know what the weight limit is on this thing, but oh man, I'm getting like the weirdest sensation, just feeling like it's gonna tumble into the river. And then you go into this even more creepy, ominous tunnel. Goodness gracious. That whole experience was slightly horrifying. It's all right, Bigfoot. You're safe and sound now, back on the interstate, passing. What is this? Arnold City? That's right. Come on here, come on. An old tobacco ad there on the side of the wall. Mail pouch. Treat yourself to the best. What if that company's still around? The name of this place is Monison. You can see it written up there on the wall. Look at this abandoned health club over here on the left. And there is a woodpecker up there on that ledge. When it comes to having an old school vibe, this place takes the cake. There's the old movie theater. Plenty of murals and advertisements on the walls. This place is incredible. And down at the bottom of this hill is an attraction called Castle Blood. It is currently not open. I think they're only open in the Halloween season, but they leave up their decorations all year, including this gargoyle who is looming over the ledge. I can imagine that place is a heck of a good time during the month of October. Wait a second! Tim Tracker? As I started crossing this bridge, I noticed the sign stating the name of it was Stan the Man Musial Bridge. He must have grew up or lived around here. That's the only conclusion I can come up with. Slowly making my way through Donora now. And many years ago, something happened here that could easily be turned into the plot of a horror film. And it's not every day you see a promotion for Montgomery Ward. That's a rarity. In 1948, these very streets and businesses were completely covered in a fog. In October of that year, a very heavy fog blanketed this entire valley. And as the days passed, it became even more thick, leaving 20 people dead and thousands ill. And it wasn't until Halloween Day, look at that, Halloween Day, that the Donora Zinc Works finally shut down its furnaces just hours before the rain finally dispersed the deadly smog. I'm telling you, it's something out of a John Carpenter movie. He probably took inspiration from that event. Right next to this abandoned shoe store, they have a photo in the window stating clean air started here. I'm not sure if they're trying to turn the message of the town or maybe a sarcasm. I can't really decide. In fact, it looks like this business, titled the Smog Central, has also closed over the years. Some paintings drawn on these windows, this little girl getting infected with the smog, and this dragon, which I think they have nicknamed that event. They call it the Dragon. And no loitering here in this town. Not because they don't want you just hanging around disturbing the peace, but because there's a deadly fog, or there was half a century ago in this street. This museum, which just so happens to be closed today, sells t-shirts for $5, and the window has been shattered. The revenge of the fog lingers on.
The fog cannot be stopped.
Our eyes have feasted upon the horrors
of many things today. And I must commend you on your steadfast viewership for not shying away from the scariness that was upon your either computer screen or your smartphone screen or however you watch these daily vlogs. I have to say, you, sir, ma'am, children, have done it. But let's not forget not only the story of the fog, but also the story of the basement inside, the terrifying nether regions down there in the bottom section of the Silence of the Lamb home. Well, pluralize lambs. One lamb. What's scarier? One lamb or a bunch of lambs that are being silent? I wonder if actually, it'd probably be more horrifying if they were making noise. Either way, that has nothing to do with what I'm trying to say. Let us not forget. Let's not ignore. There is something scarier than all things that were witnessed so far today. I hope he doesn't. I hope he's not around. I hope he's not here. Please. Vlog. I sense him. I sense him! Oh, with arms, now with arms wide open, vlog over the horror, the horror!